Hey, what's up, Photography Mafia? In this video, I'm going to take a look at my initial photos with bird photography while using the Canon R100 and the Canon RF-S55-210mm telephoto lens. This is a quick review and my impressions on the initial shots. So I took a few shots of birds in Tommy Thompson Park in Toronto, Canada. And this is a cardinal here, so I'm just going to zoom in here. Just taking a look at this lens and this lens and camera combination with the Canon R100. The camera, it did a pretty good job when it comes to focusing on this subject. It's also possible I did a pretty bad job when it comes to focusing, because you can see just with this lens, it's not as sharp as I would like it to be. I can still improve this photo, which I will do later on in this video with a quick tutorial in Lightroom, which I'm using right now. But you can see the edges, it's pretty soft. Let me try to zoom in here. And it looks a little bit pixelated, or the detail. It doesn't look like there's too much noise. This is just regular pixels, just dependent on this APS-C camera sensor. So that looks fine. But the bird itself, it's lacking a lot of detail, as you can see. Of course, I was pretty far away from this cardinal. You could see like this subject is taking up less than like 5% of this entire image, so I'm wasting a lot of pixels. This is the closest I was able to get to this cardinal. If I look, I shot it at 210, or at the furthest focal length. I did shoot it at aperture priority at 7.1. This was the widest I can get the aperture at 210 millimeters. If I go to the library, we can see the aperture priority exposure program. So overall, like when I was looking at these photos, it did look like they were pretty soft when it comes to focusing on the subject. At the same time, it could just be my focusing. It is a little bit tricky sometimes focusing in on birds, even with different metering modes or autofocus modes. But let's take a look at some of these other photos I took of this cardinal. I really like this one. It was able to focus in on the bird here. The camera was, and this foreground, it's blurry as well as the background, so I really like this photo. But if I zoom in, actually this is too much, let me zoom out a little bit. The bird still looks soft, but I really like this photo. You can see a little bit of this brush, or bush I should say, going over this bird's body. So I really like this photo here, and this is pretty much the same one. Now let's see. So this cardinal, it was trying to get some water here, so I got this shot here, which I really like, but it's not something I would edit or show, but I just like photographing what they're doing in their natural habitat. This one's pretty good. Looks like it has a little bit of dirt on its beak. Unfortunately, I wasn't fast enough to get any shots while it was flying. And then I took some shots of some vegetation here. This looks really good, the quality and the sharpness. Let me see. Yeah, I did shoot it with the telephoto lens at 108, so it looks like 108 is a little bit sharper. Of course, this wasn't moving, so I didn't have to be that quick with my camera, so maybe the focus was due to mishandling by myself, so it could be my fault. And here are some swans here. I took some swans later on, I think. Some more right here. Let me see if I have any more swans. Oh yeah, right here. Let me zoom out here. And some ducks here. I think this duck, yeah, these ducks look a little bit blurry. I can't see too much detail on the feather. But overall, I'm pretty impressed, considering it is a budget camera and a budget lens, and not something you would expect for bird photography. I was able to photograph this red-tailed hawk. I believe it's a red-tailed hawk. It looks pretty good at its fit view. While I'm looking at fit view, the sharpness, I was able to focus in on this pretty good. However, when I zoom in, it does look a little bit soft. And let me take a look at another shot of this guy here. Maybe this one here. Yeah, so I can probably improve this photo a lot more than the cardinal one, because this subject is taking a lot more pixels, and I was able to get it while it was sitting there for quite a while. The cardinal, I had to focus pretty quickly. But I do want to show you this one photo. of this other red-tailed hawk here. This guy here, same bird, looks pretty good. A little bit lacking on the detail in the feather, but I was able to focus pretty quick on this guy here. So I was pretty impressed with this beginner mirrorless camera, and I was able to focus in on this guy pretty quick. The face looks pretty good. The feather is a little bit more blurred out. Let's take a look here. And then this shot was a little bit better. Obviously the composition or where it is in the frame is not that good. So for example, this photo here, I have to crop quite a bit, especially with this angle. The bird is going down this way. It would have been better if this bird was like in this top right corner for composition purposes, but that's fine. This one I really like as well. I got more of this bird in the middle, even though that's not something you would like to cropping the subject in the middle. But anyways, overall I was impressed with this camera, with my initial shots using it for bird photography. And the one thing I can do is I'll go back to this cardinal and I will try to improve it in Lightroom, just due to it lacking some sharpness. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the masking and I'm just going to make sure I have everything reset. So I'll click on reset, and before I do, I'll show you the lens correction. So this is before the enable profile corrections and this is the after, and you can see Lightroom automatically selected the Canon RF-S55-210mm. So that looks fine. Now I'm just going to quickly edit this photo. I'm going to click on the masking brush, or actually I'll do the AI subject. So it automatically selected this subject. I have the overlay color at green. I'm going to zoom in here and I'm just going to brush some of this away. So I'm going to click on subtract, go to brush, and I'm going to increase the size of this brush by using the keyboard shortcut right square bracket, and then I'm just going to quickly try to clean this guy up. Not going to be a perfect job here, but I just don't want to sharpen too much of the background. Just like that. Just like that. I think I'm almost here. Just get that and get that. Okay, yeah, that's good enough for now. So I'll just hide this overlay. What I'm first going to do is I'm going to move this down, go to the texture. I'm going to add some texture just like that, and I'll add some clarity. I'll keep it at 8. So let's quickly see the before and after. So already this bird is starting to look good. It has a lot more detail in its feathers. And the dehaze is usually used for cityscape or landscape photography, just to remove some debris or if there's smog in the photo. But I like using dehaze on subjects as well. It gives like a particular look, and it can add like some type of contrast or sharpness, or it cleans up the air kind of in front of them. It has to be very subtle. So let me just hide the effects here, and this is before and this is after, before and after. So I like how this is looking. I don't need any more saturation or anything like that, so I'll leave it like that. So I'll go to the sharpness. I'll increase the sharpness to about 35, which looks like it's introducing noise. Let me see if I can zoom in here. Looks like it's introducing noise, or it's just getting more pixelated. So I'll use the noise reduction slightly. This is really hard to do it on these low quality photos, or these low quality lens photos. Trying to balance the sharpness and the noise reduction. Just like that. Let me take a look at the before and after. It's almost like no change. Let me try to keep it like this. Now I can notice a subtle change. let me go to this fit view here and take a look at it. So now you can't really see any of that extra noise or over sharpening. So I think I like how it looks now. So I will close this mask, and what I'm going to do is, let me see here. Let's see how I can correct this photo a little bit better. The thing I can do is I can add a little bit of color grading. So since the cardinal is obviously red with a little bit of orange, I can add a complement to the highlights, a slight complement, by color grading the highlights here and just putting a little bit of cyan. I'll overdo it just to show you what will happen, but I'll decrease the saturation and just keep it slightly like that. And then I'll go to the color mixer, I'll go to the yellow and add saturation, so it's a subtle change that I notice, and the green as well. I think I like that, and I think I want to put a little bit more focus in on the cardinal itself. So I'm going to go back to the masking tool, I'll create a new mask, and I'm going to use the radial gradient, and I'm just going to paint or make a circle here just like that. The feather is at 100, so I'll keep it at that. And I think what I'm going to do is I'll increase the midtones slightly, just like that. And let me see how it looks before and after. Before and after. Yeah, I like how this looks a lot better. So this looks pretty good. I'll close this. And the other thing I can do is, since this subject is very small, you can play around with the crop, but I'll just give it a quick crop here. The one other thing is, like, this bird is looking from right to left, or it's pointing right to left. And most people that read the standard English language or Latin language or many other languages, they're reading left to right. So usually people like having the subject looking left to right or pointing left to right. So we can correct that in the photo section and flip it horizontally. But I like this natural look, the way I photographed it, instead of flipping it horizontally. So I think I'll just keep it like that. And let me see here. And I'll press enter. That looks good. And I think I'm going to add a vignette here. So I will just add a slight vignette. Just like that. So let's take a look at the before and after. Before and after. Now with this crop, I did zoom in. So now you can see a little bit more of the detail and the noise. But I think I like it this way. This is the best I can do for now, or to do it quickly. What do you guys think of this edit of this cardinal with the Canon R100 and the RF-S55-210? Do you guys think the quality of this image is pretty good with the camera and lens combination? Make sure to leave a comment down below. And if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. And as always, live easy, sleep breezy, and stay lovely.